getting your home ready to sell in San Diego, good news. Jeana Boulos is here to tell us what you need to do. How you doing, Jeana?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Okay, so I'm getting ready to sell my home. What do I do? Like, where do I start?
Well, ideally, talk to a real estate agent like me.
Yes.
But if you are, let's say, a few months out and you're still not sure timing-wise when you want to put it on the market and you just want to start, in general, preparing your home, there are a few things you could start with. Number one would be decluttering. So a lot of people end up accumulating different things over time. You don't notice it sometimes. There's things you use every day, your comforts. So ideally, even if you're still a few months out, start looking at your house, taking stuff down, little pieces that maybe wouldn't look good in the bigger picture. And a tip that I would say would be good to try is take a picture of the different rooms, like as if you're taking a picture to put the pictures on, online to market your home, and just take a look at the picture. Sometimes you notice things in the picture that you wouldn't notice as you're walking around in real life, and you could say, oh my gosh, yeah, if I was going to walk in or if I'm looking at this house online, I definitely wouldn't want that in the picture. Some of the ideal things are just extra furniture that may have accumulated in the room. So if we say your living room, you're focusing on that. Reduce the amount of furniture in the room. The idea is to have a nice, open, clean space where you are going to be staging part of it with the furniture that you have, ideally. You can always bring in a few extra things, but these are things that you could do without any cost, just to start with getting your home ready to put on the market.
I love this for so many reasons, because you're talking about a perspective change, a shift. It's really hard to get without doing something.
Yes.
It's hard to say, hey, walk into your home and pretend like you don't live there. That's hard to do. That's what I do every day. So take a picture of it. Now you don't do that very often, do you?
Right.
Just take a picture of your living room as it stands and then evaluate it from a different perspective. Oh, I see now why you want me to do this. Do you think it's a good idea, as maybe a step in that direction, would be to go ahead and pack some stuff, like pre-pack, like, hey, I'm moving. So let's go ahead and just pack some stuff, put in boxes, and that way we can kind of declutter, but also begin packing so that work is, at least the ball is rolling on that when the time comes.
Absolutely. I was actually going to bring that up too. I always advise my clients, anything you are not using on a day-to-day basis, put it away, box it up, get it ready to move. If it's the summer, all your winter clothes, all your winter, if you go skiing, your sports gear, stuff you're not using, go ahead, box it up, put it away. Californians usually use their garages a lot for storage, so that's where things usually end up, which isn't that big of a deal, because most of the time we aren't taking pictures of the garage, although people coming in want to see that space. So if you can leave the garage clear, that's your best bet. But if you can't, then go ahead and start using that for storing ready-to-go boxes that you could just move out once you get on your way.
Okay, good. So sorry I jumped the gun there.
No, you're okay.
But it just kind of came to me as you were saying that, like,
Absolutely.
maybe this is what you should do. So it's logical that was your next tip. So decluttering through a different perspective, and then maybe getting a head start in the moving, that's a great start.
Yes.
And this is if you're just kind of in the early stages, right?
Absolutely. What that does for you down the line as well is less stress, getting everything ready to go. I have homeowners that they kept putting their packing till the very last minute, and then it's like day of close of escrow, the moving trucks are there, there's still a lot of things out, not boxed up, and they're like midnight trying to finish packing the last of their items to just move out, because technically the buyers are supposed to be taking possession. So by packing in advance, that helps you kind of bypass all the stress, the anxiety of trying to get everything out on time.
I like it. Okay, terrific. So what if we're a little bit further down the road in the process?
Absolutely. So once you've decluttered, put things away, you're going to start looking for items. I always have people start with, again, less costly items. We're trying to save you money, not have you spend a bunch of money trying to get your house ready to sell. So it could be little things. Let's say you have a broken light switch, get that fixed. You need to, your front door has a lot of peeling paint or a weathered look. Just sand that down, repaint it. It gives a very nice, fresh, and welcoming look to somebody who's walking into your house for the first time. It could be something like, fixing the grout in the kitchen. There's always, behind the sink where the splash guard and the rest of the countertop meet, and it's always, worn away over time by use of water. Get that, refilled. Just the little things that always show up randomly or linger in people's minds as they're touring a property. The other major thing, you're getting ready to put it on the market, the photographer's coming around to take pictures, is deep cleaning. It's amazing what a really good house cleaning can do for a house, for pictures and even just somebody walking through. It's just that very fresh, clean, welcoming feeling. Subconsciously, it just makes people feel more relaxed in the property.
Yeah, like it's ready
Yes.
for them, because you don't want to buy someone else's house.
Yes.
You want to buy your house.
Yeah.
And so it's tough to do because you're still living there. It's one thing if you've already moved on. That's a totally different ballgame, but most people aren't in that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I love this so far. We're basically this is very practical, very simple, very practical, also logical. I think everyone can understand that. The shift in perspective is really the hardest thing.
Absolutely.
I think you've really come up with a great solution for that with the pictures. So so now we're at that point where, okay, we're getting prepared.
Yeah.
We've done some of these things. We're looking at some of the little things that we can fix. I always say like loose door handles and stuff like that. Those are things that kind of bother people. It makes it feel like the house hasn't been taken care of. So if those little things, one thing also, light switches. Everyone has the kind of the 2 light switch now. That's where, you can just clean it.
Absolutely.
Just wipe it off because it tends to get some gunk on there.
Yeah, your fingerprints are everywhere.
They're everywhere, yeah. Clean that up a little bit, just a quick wipe. It doesn't need a whole lot, and it'll look brand new, just like that. So like you said, deep cleaning can go a really long way.
Yeah.
And it's something
and
that...
those details, those little details.
Those little details will matter. Okay. So
absolutely.
What else?
Well, if you want to move outside the house.
Let's go, yeah.
That is the first thing people notice as you're driving up. So your driveway leading up to the house, the plants surrounding your front door. You want to do some landscaping, give them a trim, mow the lawn. If you have a lot of dry landscaping, AKA there's no plants, it's just dirt, I would definitely recommend adding some greenery. It's amazing what a little bit of green can do to help, especially for taking the pictures, doing the property video as we're marketing your property. It really catches the eye and again, creates that welcoming look. I've had a buyer that I was working with. We drove up to the property and literally without getting out of the car, just be like, nope, okay, let's go. And I'm like, really? You don't want to just look on the inside? I mean, you never know. And he's like, nope, no, that is not for me. So it does, first impressions they are a big deal. So taking a picture of the outside could help too, perspective. Imagine yourself driving up for the first time. What are you going to notice? You have a bunch of toys your kids left out, those need to put away. If you have, so a lot of for example, properties, let's say Valley Center, people tend to use property as storage, like they have boats and trucks and other equipment, dune buggies if they go out to the desert. So while that's awesome to have to use for yourself, on your trips and your hobbies, it's not going to be the best look for somebody driving up to your property for the first time. So those types of things, find a home for them or tuck them away, maybe in the back, in the garage if you have space. Again, nice, clean look. Another tip would be go tour some model homes. Look at what they have used for both staging, what their front yards look like, backyards look like, the items that they've included, how much furniture there is in the room, and just how it feels to you. And so you want to ideally have your home feel the same way.
I love that. Yeah, model homes or an Airbnb or something like that, that's kind of all dialed in and it's built for, someone else to come in.
Absolutely.
And that's a great idea. Your buyer that you're talking about, that's totally me.
Yeah.
I can totally drive up to a place and tell you right off the bat whether I'm cool with that being my home or not, regardless of what's on the inside.
Yeah.
I have a tip, so I'm going to throw a tip in there.
Go ahead.
Your driveway. Get the cars out of the driveway. If the home's being shown, get your cars out of the driveway. No offense, just it closes it in.
Yeah.
it just does. It just kind of closes it in. And I can't believe how many times I've gone to look at properties where not only was there a car in the driveway, but the driveway was full of cars. And that's not the look you want to present. You're trying to say, hey, I have a brand new item here for sale. We know it's not brand new, but that's the way you want to present it.
Absolutely.
Right? And so it's very difficult to do that if it's cluttered right out the gate.
Yeah, and it's also a reminder that there's somebody else living there. It's not your house. So if you're clearing those items out of the way, the buyer has the opportunity to feel like, oh, this is sort of like a blank slate. I could imagine myself living here instead of having those subconscious reminders of another person or family living in the property while they're taking a look around.
Yeah, it's tremendous. Yeah, this is all good, valuable, practical items that you can use, you can apply in any market. Really. I mean, it doesn't matter what's going on. This is always going to be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Tremendous stuff. Jeana, is there any more? I just want to make sure.
There's always more. You
There's
can
so
take
much
it
more.
as far as you want.
I just don't want to. I don't want to cut you off. I feel like
No,
we're
go
at
ahead.
the perfect ending spot because it's like, wow, you just nailed it. But I didn't want to cut you off if you had anything else to share.
No, so those are basically, again, low cost things you can do. If you want to get into improvements, there's another list for that. So.
Another video.
Yes.
Another video for that, but that is all simple, practical, inexpensive, logical, simple steps to take before you put your home on the market. So anyway, Jeana, thank you so much for coming in today.
You're very welcome.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you for
your
having
time.
me. Yeah.
Hey, let's share this video with your friends. Help make them smarter than everyone else.